Well, we'll do an update on the chicken coop here. I've done a couple of things. We'll start inside. But first, the chicks are doing well. They're getting pretty big. And inside, I've built a water system. We got these here off the internet. I got them with the T, so I knew I had the right size. The local hardware store probably wouldn't have those, and we don't have a Home Depot or a Lowe's close, so I just ordered those off the internet, and they work fine. The chicken will come in. They actually try and get that water that's in the bottom, and then they hit that by accident, and some more water comes out. And then they learn that way. They hit that, and the water comes out. So if they're not learning, I've noticed if you just put a drop in the bottom, just hit it a little bit. Don't fill it all the way up like this, or they'll just drink it and be done. But if you just put a little in the bottom, they'll fiddle around with it until they hit that, and I think they learn a lot quicker. Just my opinion. So anyways, this is 4-inch PVC pipe, and we just fill it up with water, and it's about half full right now. It lasts them a few days, and I've got it mounted, put a block behind it so I'd have a little space here, and I put this coming back so they wouldn't be able to roost on this and be making a mess in their water. Hi Barred Rock, how are you? That's good. Another addition I did was this board right here. You can see it's like a guillotine, so they don't like that. But this board, because what was happening before we had it was the shavings were piling up against here, and you'd open the door and some of them would fall out. And when they'd fall out, then they'd come out here, pile up, and you'd have to sweep it clean before you shut the door, or it's going to mess with the hinges. So that's just one thing we thought of to keep the mess down. At first I thought I was going to cut this section out so I could just hoe this out into the wheelbarrow, but it's not that bad with a flat shovel. Just scrape it all together and shovel it in. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes. Another feeder that I built, I saw something like this on the internet, and basically it's a 2-inch tube inside, a 3-inch out here. This part right here is a reducer from 3 down to 2. And on the inside of that, I was able to take a toilet bowl gasket, which is a rubber gasket. This goes between the tank and the bowl, and it actually, the top part fits right in here perfect, and the other part fit right into this, that's my fingers, right into this pipe. So it all went together really well, and I can pull it apart. It's a nice snug fit, and I can pull it apart and clean it, or do whatever I want to, make it longer perhaps. We'll see. But anyways, that's just for them in here. If we keep them in for a rainy day or something, or a night, they get hungry, and then they got that. These ones here, this breed is the Barred Rocks. We have 5 of those, 5 silver laced Wyandottes, and 5 black Australorps. And you can see the 2 that came in are the Barred Rocks. And they're all fairly tame, but if you try and pick them up, see, she just pecked at me. They'll let you pick them up, but not without a big commotion. You can get them, but you know, they're just, maybe if they were handled more, I don't know. We picked them up all the time when they were chicks, when they were real small, so I don't know. But anyways, the Barred Rocks, they're always the first ones to come running, and they're a little bit more aggressive than the other ones. Like you just saw, I think I got pecked twice, which it doesn't hurt. They're not trying to rip your hand off, but it just kind of surprises you. And out of the 3 breeds, they are the most aggressive, at least what we have. Got a 25-watt light bulb in here. I normally keep it on. It gives them a little bit of light, and it shows them where the door is at night, so they come back in. Outside the coop, I've got another water system, same way, 3 waters in it, and it's just sitting on a base that I made out of some old PVC I had laying around. That lifts it up off the ground. As I get taller, I'll put a little bit more on there and raise it up more. It's just sitting on that and balanced with this zip tie against the pole, and that'll last quite a long time, but we just drag the hose over and fill it up. Inside, I got a bucket, 5-gallon bucket, and some, I think they're 2-inch fittings. They were 2-inch street elbows. You can see that one's eating out of it. I have to raise it up though. My plan is to put it on this pole that's in the middle here. We put that there so it'd help hold the net up, and I could hang off some roosts and, you know, different things, feeders and stuff like that. But that bucket feeder is pretty good. I saw that on YouTube. I think the video was called "The Best Darn Chicken Feeder" or something like that. But you'll see it. It's on YouTube. Look that up, and it's a pretty good plan. It works out pretty well. It keeps the rain out of it, and at night we normally pick it up and put it in the barn so we don't get any mice or whatever coming around just helping themselves to the whole bucket. Let's see. These two drinking right here are black Australorps, and you can see how that barred rock came right in here. They're the most aggressive. The Australorps are my favorite out of the 3 breeds we have. We have the barred rocks, the black Australorp, and that one over there is a silver Wyandotte. And the Australorps seem to be more docile. They don't really mind much. You can pick them up. They don't peck at you when you try and pick them up. They don't necessarily like it, but they're not pecking at you at least. The barred rocks will not only peck at you, but you know, you push them back, shoo them away a little bit, and they'll get bowed up at you almost. So, but the black Australorps, I think, are my favorites as far as handling and just being kind of a gentle breed. For us, anyways. That one right over there is a silver Wyandotte, and that one is called Angus because she was the smallest one that we had in the group. She was tiny, and it took her longer, almost twice as long to get her big bird feathers. And you can see the size difference then between the other ones and her. But the silver Wyandottes they're pretty tame. You didn't see the barred rock right over here in front again? That's how they are. That's what I'm talking about. But they're tame, but they don't seem to like to be handled very much. They move away from you fairly quickly. You can catch them, but and they don't peck at you. But the Australorps are my favorite. They're just just a chicken who wants to hang out and do chicken things. And this is our dust bath area. I haven't seen any of them using it for a dust bath yet, but they might here soon. That's an old wash basin and filled it up with sand, and we'll see. I haven't seen any of them digging in it really yet. They've dug over in that corner and over there and underneath, and I've seen them taking a dust bath over there, but we'll see. I have seen them digging, so they know they can dig in it fairly easily.